Hey, Bobby, you know what's really creepy?
I think I do.
Do you?
I think I do, but do you want to tell everybody?
Yeah. This is our last episode for now, hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, I don't. We sat down to film this. Bobby's like, I hope this isn't our last podcast episode ever. I said, well, if we want it bad enough, it won't be.
Yeah.
Then anything is possible. The situation with our podcast contract and production and stuff has shifted and changed to the point where it made sense to end it for now. Right now, we're even filming this late at night, like at 9:30 at night. We just put our daughter to bed and then like ran down here to do this. So that's like the extent of how much free time we have. It's like the one time of night or the one time of the day that's like to ourselves. We're just like rushing down to do the podcast.
Yeah.
That's what life's been like.
Or we do it during our nap. So
or we do it during her
when
nap.
she's sleeping. We record when Melody's sleeping.
We used to have, that too. We used to have like childcare that was helping like full days, a couple days a week. But now that's kind of changed and it's like half days some of the days. So it's just like when it came up, when we realized it wasn't going to happen, we're like, you know what? Maybe this is the right time to take a little bit of a hiatus. There's a couple things like I wanted to trade out the computer that's running this podcast setup because it's old and it's starting to like malfunction.
Running out of space.
It's running out of space. I have my other old computer I wanted to swap it with, but haven't had time. So that's on there. I've been wanting to market the podcast better because every podcast I ever see is doing like TikToks and reels
short
and
videos,
shorts. And I
segments.
just like, I have somebody who helps me with vertical video, but they already do so much for me. I didn't want to task them with also like listening to hours of our podcast to pick out what parts they thought would work the best. Like I thought it would be better if we found the parts we wanted to market that we thought was the best to market our podcast and then like tell somebody to edit it into a vertical video. So we were trying to start that, but we haven't had time like everything else. So there's a lot of things we want to work on in this break, but a way that you guys can help in the meantime, if you want to see the podcast continue, it would really help us because right now we're going to be in the process of finding a new producer. And we have a couple like feelers out, I guess, right now, or interested people to be a producer of it. But it's like very early stages. So it's probably going to, if I had to guess, a couple months. Yeah. A couple months. Which, by the way, if you haven't guessed, this episode is going to be a lot different than other episodes. We don't have
no AI,
no AI generated, chat GPT generated
that was like
talking
a
points.
good 5 or 6 episodes where I was really heavily using that.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
Shifted a lot. Oh, yeah, I forgot. So if you guys want to see the podcast continue, which I hope you do, because we do.
Yes, we do.
But it would help a lot if you haven't yet to review us on whatever you're listening to podcasts on. So like Apple Podcasts or Spotify or
whatever you're on.
Android Podcasts.
Wherever you're on right now, there's probably a
whatever
like
you're listening to this podcast on. If not YouTube, I have a different ask of YouTube people. But if you're listening to this audio only on podcast platforms, please review us on that podcast platform that you're listening to us on, because that will help a lot.
Yes, please.
With bringing the show back. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, leave comments letting us know that you want the show back.
Yeah.
And also some ideas you might have that you want us.
Give us topic ideas.
Things you liked about it, things you didn't like about it.
Yeah,
constructive.
critique us.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
And also subscribe to our YouTube. That will also help. And you know, just listen to all past podcasts if you didn't.
Find funny clips. If you find funny clips, we can
funny clips.
credit you and help you. I don't know. We'll do something.
If you already have a background in editing vertical content for our podcast and you happen to be listening to this podcast, let me know. Email me. It's on my YouTube channel. I was like, should I just say it out loud? It's on my YouTube channel about section. Just go there. You can email there. And yeah, those are ways you can help in the meantime. There's 42 episodes, so if you didn't listen to every single one, like our parents or our siblings, then you have some podcasts to catch up on while we're gone.
I'm gonna miss my weekly
I know
reviews from my parents.
All we're gonna
They're
hear
usually
is
very positive.
I know. They're gonna be the most sad about it. They're gonna be like, what am I gonna listen to now? Like, I don't know. We'll give you recommendations. Nothing. It's not.
Did
nothing,
we say the title of the episode? I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we need to. It's that. Well, we said, it's creepy. This is our last podcast for now.
Yeah.
So the podcast is taking a break, a hiatus. I think we're gonna title it "Taking a Break."
Taking a break.
Taking a break.
Break is creepy.
That's why I'm wearing a silken tropical outfit right now because I was like,
and it's cold down here, and that's why I'm wearing a hoodie.
It's freezing. I've been very wrongly dressed.
I mean, I didn't have anything else, but yeah.
I thought, I don't know, it like gave me like taking a break, vacation vibes.
So what is the topic?
And you're dressed in
break.
black for like what, at the funeral of the podcast?
No, it's just this is the hoodie that I have down here.
Okay.
Yes, that's why I'm wearing black.
This
is my
the saying
when
goodbye.
It's cold down here hoodie.
Well, it's funny because I was trying to think of a topic. I was like, what portrays to people right away that like they should listen to the podcast because we have an important update about like, so they're not wondering where the next couple podcasts are.
Yeah.
But also is like a interesting topic. We have a couple things to talk about, so we're not just giving you show updates.
Yeah.
So at first
we
I was
also
like,
were.
So I was gonna do death was creepy.
No, change. I thought
Or
it was like the
change.
other
Ending.
The like
endings are creepy.
change or
Change.
taking a break.
Yeah, but change wasn't like, I think taking a break is more in your face, like, oh, they're taking a break.
Yeah, for sure.
Or like,
When it
gonna
comes
be
to the
like,
title.
yes. And also I have a couple talking points on taking a break anyway.
Oh,
So
perfect.
but yeah, that's what's going on. So nothing negative, nothing bad happened. It's the logistics. We got to figure out the logistics, and it just kind of works. It kind of works out anyway because, yeah, like I said, like next month, I thought was going to be a chill month, at least for me, because I wasn't traveling. But it's turning out to be pretty busy. So I feel like that's just summer. I should just know by now that summer.
Yeah.
Summer, everybody wants to do stuff. They either want to visit or like want to invite us places. That's cool and that's great. But I get nothing else done. So I just need to like plan for that better next.
The seasons of
Like fall and winter need to be my like, I feel like spring's not bad either. We make it bad because we always plan to do like a vacation or like do something during that time. There's weddings or graduation.
That's life though. There's always something.
Yeah. I feel like fall.
There's never a good time.
I feel like fall and winter, there's usually nothing. Usually. For us. I'm going to jinx ourselves now. So I said I'm looking at my talking point notes. You would think after 42 episodes, I think that's my plan for the next, when we start back up, to be more professional.
Be more professional.
Although I've been doing YouTube for 10 years,
but
and
I
I
feel
still
like
have moments of not being professional.
We had the talking points and like just the topics, the bullets and whatnot, but to go off of, but a lot of it is building up, being able to talk, which is, it's difficult. It's hard to
talk to me?
No, but to like think about talking, keeping it going, you gotta get in the groove, get used to it.
I said I liked it because you can't, if there was a moment where I got distracted, I was not fully paying attention, and then I would be like, oh no, I don't know. I'm going to look like an idiot now because I wasn't paying attention. Like it forces you to pay attention.
Absolutely.
Which I feel like is something that's hard for people nowadays with phones and smaller attention spans.
Yeah. People need to take a break more.
Yeah. So I had talking points of, why do we live in a society where taking a break is viewed as scary or bad?
Yeah, I would like to know that. I'm a big fan of taking
I
breaks.
was trying to I don't know the reason. I mean, actually no, I do have reasons. I have reasons like that. I looked up an article about it.
Oh,
I actually did research.
You did some research. You said you didn't do anything.
I did yesterday. Ooh. But that was I looked up. I was like, I'm not gonna find any stories about taking a break. Like Bill took a break one day and then he died. Like I knew I wasn't gonna get any scary stories of like people taking a break and then their whole lives falling apart.
I'm sure there's something out there. Did you ask ChatGPT?
No, I didn't.
I stopped asking.
ChatGPT is mad at me. We have a strained relationship, so I haven't asked him. Do you want to know some of the reasons why?
Why? Should I try? I'm going to try and guess some.
Okay, sure.
Why?
Are you? Well, first of all,
Go
are
ahead.
you?
You're probably
Well, I guess you don't have like a set work schedule, but I was going to say,
currently.
do you
When
have
I did,
a problem with taking a break? Like, are you scared of taking a break?
I never
Whatever
was.
sense that is.
I figured it out. I think when I was younger, I don't know. I've had a lot of jobs in my life, and I feel like that mindset of being like, there's always something else you can do. So like taking
Yes.
a break, whether it's like you want to either need to take a break, quit the job, or take a break and just, I don't know.
No, this
go on
is just
vacation.
saying like when you're overwhelmed or overworked or overtired,
Yeah.
taking a break.
No, I think
Not quitting, just taking a break.
I'm trying to think back in my life when I was younger, before it was more like, I don't know, aware of the world.
You were more
Taking
aware
a
of the
break.
world.
No, I've always been. Yeah, I like taking a break. I like
I feel
sitting
like
back.
you can
I'm pretty good at relaxing.
Yeah, I would say you are okay with taking a break.
I'm a big fan of it. I encourage it amongst everybody, but obviously not everyone. So
Why is the
I think more
the
people.
microphone is
so much higher.
right in the center of your face.
It looks like it's on. Yeah, how's this? Get it
We're just
right
falling
in
apart
there.
right at the end. Finish strong.
I lost my train of thought. Now you were saying
Finish. This is like the first season.
this is
You can look at it that way.
the end of the first season.
This is like the first season.
oh, about taking a break. Yeah.
No, that's
No, I
it's
know.
the first season of the podcast.
Yes, it's over. This is it. Goodbye.
No seasons.
Yes.
That's been my favorite thing to say lately is like that life is in seasons.
Is in seasons. I've noticed that. You've said that.
Yeah, that's my
couple
new
times
that's
lately.
my new coping mechanism.
It's your new coping word?
So
This is
it's
just
the
a season.
It's
It's
the
a
same.
season
It's a
right now.
podcast season.
I'm taking a break.
Then,
I don't
like-
like this season.
Like
I'm
who
taking
knows?
a break.
Yeah, like season 2 is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
It
Like
does
The
be-
Office season 2 is vastly different.
Yes.
Always Sunny
But better.
season 2
but better.
when they added Danny DeVito.
but both were better.
Oh, absolutely.
Season 2, both
That's what you
were
want it
better.
to be. You don't want it to get worse. Then there's not going to be season 3.
You don't want it to get worse.
Ideally, it gets better. The same. It's probably not good.
Okay, well, okay. Anyway,
Go
you
ahead.
are good at taking a break.
Okay.
You are fine with taking a break. You're not
Yes.
good at taking a break.
Yes.
Am I good at taking a break?
No. No. Quick and easy without.
Why do you think it's hard for certain people to take a break?
There's definitely a couple reasons. I think a lot of people find like comfort in being busy, having
Okay.
something to do. Like more big picture, I think it's just like society's like the rat race in life. I'll start there. Those two.
Okay.
How'd I do? Touch the surface on any?
I
Scratch
mean,
the surface?
kind of a
Okay.
little bit. So I have 4 different reasons that it can fall into. The first one is, and I hate.
It's like the
I
4
just
houses.
had this.
These are the houses of Harry Potter.
I just had this conversation
let's put
with.
him. Let's
Yes.
put him in the Harry Potter.
I just had this conversation with our friend that I dislike the word FOMO, and I didn't know that it was a millennial word.
FOMO.
Like Gen Z does not use that word.
Oh, okay. They don't use that. Oh, okay, Gen Z. We don't use that word. Good for you.
They don't use that word. They know what it is. But
There's
also,
words we don't use either.
I don't like it either.
FOMO?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't. I'm Gen Z. I don't know what it means. We don't use that word.
You didn't know what 8 left no crumbs meant.
Ain't left no crumbs. Whenever I hear a new slang, I just think it's like something like dirty.
I didn't know what bussin' meant.
I knew
You did.
bussin'.
I didn't know that.
I just seen it.
Riz. I just learned what
Riz, I
Riz.
just learned. I think I know. I think I know what it is. But I just think of another word when I hear Riz.
Okay, well, for people who don't know, FOMO means
Fear
is-
of mothers organizing together against you, taking you down one by one.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Fear of missing out.
It's fear of missing out. It's an acronym for fear of missing out.
Yep.
I don't have that.
Oh, I definitely used.
I feel like I used to when I was younger.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
But like now,
If there was like a Strokes concert around, I was like, I gotta go. Or like my friends are hanging out. I was just,
it's very rare. I think the last time I had FOMO was when Melody got sick and we couldn't go to beach day and people
Yeah,
were
that was
posting
rough.
photos of beach day.
yep,
and we
that
were
hurt
like,
me.
that was the only time I had a fear of missing out. But like, I feel like fear of missing out is more so like you do something that you don't want to do because you're afraid you're going to miss out on something. It's your fear of missing out. So you like will purposely
Oh.
do something even if you don't know if you want to do it,
Yes.
because you're like, well, what if everybody has fun?
Yeah.
I feel like the beach day scenario was something we wanted to do. So it wasn't our fear of missing out because we wanted to do it.
Yeah, you had FOMO because we couldn't go.
FOMO was like the Barbie movie. Everybody talking about seeing the Barbie movie and me
Oh,
being like,
yeah.
I haven't seen the Barbie movie. Should I go see the
No,
Barbie
it'll
movie?
be out. We can.
I
we don't
know,
have-
but it's the fear of missing out. It's like, whatever, I can't be included in the conversation.
That's fine. Just don't go online. Or if people are talking about it,
It's
be like,
fine.
"Oh,
People will talk about something else in a week. I'll get
that's
over it.
FOMO.
Yes. But
So that's
reason number one why people don't like taking a break, because they don't want to miss out on something.
Yeah.
So like
You'll learn something new. You can when you're missing out, when
you're missing
you'll
out.
be learning new stuff, doing something different.
I'm glad I don't have that. Yeah, if I'm like at my limit and
Yeah,
somebody's
no,
like,
you-
"Do you want
no.
to come to this party?" and I'm just like, "No."
Yeah, I'd say
I'm
you're
too
pretty
tired.
You definitely lean more towards the no. And
I think it's because I've gone to so many things with the expectation of like, I have to go because it's going to be great, and then I go and I'm like,
this is
oh, this
gonna
was
be
okay,
the best concert.
Like I
this
could
is
have
the best
not,
party. Or
yeah.
This is whatever.
I think I've had enough of those moments where I'm like, okay, like it would have been nice, but I don't need to go.
Yeah.
For most things. And I won't go just because I think I'm going to miss out on something. Like that's not my
Gotcha.
main. Yeah.
So that's reason number
That's
one.
reason number one why people don't like taking a
Because
break.
they want to keep working because they're afraid.
Well,
they're
no,
gonna-
this is just in general, like working, doing projects. Like say you're like so burnt out and somebody's like, hey, do you want to come do this really cool project
Gotcha.
with me? And you're just like, oh God, I'm like at the end of my rope, but
Yep.
like I don't want to miss
Makes
out on
sense.
this. Like that's the
Cool,
one of the
cool.
reasons. To put it in more perspective. The second reason is the fear of failure or falling behind. This is probably mine main concern.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I take a day, well, actually, this is my first concern, and then the last one is probably the second thing that makes taking breaks hard for me. But it's hard for me to take a break because I know that there's always something that could be done. So it's the opposite of you. Like I know there's something that could always be done.
Yeah.
So like, why wouldn't I do that thing so they don't end up piling up on me?
Yeah.
It's kind of like my therapist said when I was complaining about having to work late the one night. I was like, maybe I should just work late because then I won't have to like stress out tomorrow. And then she's like, well, she was like, try to think like, are you going to be more stressed doing like a couple extra things tonight so that you're not super stressed tomorrow when you have to do it? Or is it going to be worse to not do it tonight and then have everything pile up on like the next day? So that's why I don't like taking a break, because I'm like, the more like if I get sick for a week, or if I go away,
The look you just gave me. Like,
or if somebody invites me somewhere and I have to go away and I have to miss my normal work days, like I know, like it's fine, but I know that when I get back, it's not going to
very
be fun for me.
different for you because you are like,
Well, I'm running
you
everything.
do it all.
Yeah, I'm running everything.
In
So if
terms
I
of
take a
if you
break
don't do
and it
anything,
pauses and
the
doesn't,
few people who like work with you also depend on you, but
yes.
yeah.
But everything like
but everything else.
But
is-
everything halts. Like if
yeah.
people need answers or things from me, and I'm like, "Oh, I can't get this to you until I get back." Then everybody like swarms me that week and asks for everything because I put it off for so long. But that's one of my fears, because when things pile up, that's when things get really ridiculous for me, and so I've tried to get better at not having that happen. And that's why I don't like taking a break. Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
You know that feeling you get when you finally find that thing you've been searching for on the internet?
Yeah.
After spending hours researching and reading thousands of reviews, you find it. This thing, whatever it is.
Golf stuff, a golf club, golf shirt, golf hat, golf glove, golf balls,
Yeah, sure. Whatever it is.
whatever it may be.
It literally checks
An
all
energy drink.
whatever it is, it literally checks all of your boxes.
Gotcha.
And it has 5 stars.
Yeah. I mean, when I see that, then it's a no-brainer. Add it to the cart.
Oh, yeah. And it arrives in 48 hours.
What?
So then why is it that you can get the most random, wonderfully reviewed thing from around the world in just 2 days, but if you want to see a good doctor, it can take forever to get an appointment?
Yeah, that's true.
Not to mention, how do you know if they're even good? Thankfully, there is a way.
Oh.
It's called ZocDoc.
Oh, ZocDoc.
Yeah, we've had them as a sponsor before,
We
and they're
have.
sponsoring today's episode.
Oh, thanks, ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a place to find and book great doctors who actually have amazing reviews, many with appointments available within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours? Damn. That's awesome.
ZocDoc is a free app where you can find amazing doctors and book appointments online.
We're talking about booking appointments with thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed doctors and specialists. You can filter specifically for ones who take your insurance, are located near you, and treat almost any condition you're searching for.
And we personally used ZocDoc before they were even a sponsor of the podcast.
We did.
So we can 100% vouch, we love it. These doctors all have verified reviews from actual real patients, not bots.
And the average wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is between just 24 and 48 hours. That's it. You can even score same-day appointments.
Ooh. Once you find a doctor you want, you can book them immediately with just a few app taps. No more waiting awkwardly on hold with a receptionist.
Yeah, or calling your doctor and then them transferring you to a call center that books everything for you and then they mess up the booking.
Is that what happened to you?
That's happened to me. So, yes, this sounds much better.
Like I said, both Bobby and I have used ZocDoc before they were even a sponsor of the podcast and continue to use them. And we think you guys should try them too.
So go to ZocDoc.com/everything and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That's ZocDoc.com/everything. ZocDoc.com/everything. The third reason is because people compare themselves to others. So, like, if you're taking a break one day and then you see, like, John working 40 hours in 2 days.
It's like, oh, where were you the past couple of days? Oh, you know, I was just taking a break. Oh, okay. Yeah, I closed on all these sales.
Yeah, then you're like, oh, I'm not as good as this person. I'm not working as hard as this person.
Yeah.
Or,
that makes sense.
Comparing yourself to others.
I mean, all these reasons make sense. It's just, you got to learn balance with all things. Got to learn to take a break.
Well, and the last
Body
one
needs rest.
The last one, which
important.
I think is also contributing to my thing, is the hustle culture.
The hustle, the rat race,
the Gary V,
grind.
the Gary V's, and I'm trying to think who else.
Rise and grind.
Rise and grind. I still love that video.
That was
that video
Noel
where they
and
made
Cody
fun of
were-
it.
yeah.
Rise and grind.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Hustle culture, specifically in the US, I feel like is also, because in my head, if I take a break from something, even this podcast, like when I was trying to decide if we could take it on, I was like, well, like, I guess. But then, like, in my head, I'm like, I already have close to zero time for myself. And I want to add another thing on, like, I'm setting myself up for failure. But it's the same, like, it's like the hustle culture. It's like, or like, I guess, in YouTube terms, the only way I'd compare myself to somebody else is if somebody's like, I look at somebody else and I'm like, oh my God, you're running like 3 YouTube channels, a podcast, and like 3 other, and I just like look, I'm like, I don't know how this person has this time.
Yeah.
I don't know like what they do.
I think,
I'm assuming they have a team and that's why they can do it, but like.
yes, but still, some people
But they
just
still have
have
to
an
be the
incredible
face of
amount
it.
of energy and work.
Yeah,
And
and I know a lot of them don't have kids a lot of the times. Like if they had kids and we were doing that capacity, I'd be like, damn.
I'm sure some people still do quite a lot.
Maybe they just
I
have
think some people just have more
help, I don't know.
energy.
Or that, yeah. I do know
Just
many
whatever
people
it is.
that have more energy than me.
Yeah. I know many people.
I know many people.
I
And
have
I like
so
to
much
say
less.
that I have a decent amount of energy.
Absolutely. Definitely do.
I have my ebbs and flows, but yeah, hustle culture. Because
When were you at your most hustle? When were you hustling the hardest?
probably when I was an intern and going to college and working a part-time job and
Get it?
no, I wasn't doing YouTube yet.
That's not that much. Come on.
But then when I was doing YouTube, full-time work and going to grad school at night.
Yeah.
And had a puppy with you.
I feel like the most is when you had your full-time job with the Knicks and you were doing.
That was
When we were in our house
I think
and you were commuting.
I think you're right.
That
I think
was
I
the
just
most.
blocked it out
Because you were doing like 3 or 4 videos a week.
Yeah, I was doing every other day.
Yeah. And working full-time.
And working
more than full-time job.
between
with lots of
40 and
commuting.
60 hours a week.
That was your most hustle.
With commuting, yeah. And
That
getting
was-
home at 11 p.m. at night and waking up and going to work at 9 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah. My most was, I guess, when I was working on Wall Street.
I guess, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, because you were doing the crazy long commutes.
Commute,
too.
and then when I was studying for the test and working.
Oh yeah, then you came home and you had to continue studying.
That was
for the
before
test.
we got the first house.
You know what stinks? I literally told myself that I was gonna try and film a vlog of you know, do you remember like we would call it the hell weeks when I worked with the Knicks? There was 2 weeks. There was 2 weeks every season where we would have a game every other night. It would be like 4 games in a week. So like it would be like what Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Like it would be something like that, or Saturday, or even back to back. Which means that I worked my normal office job Monday through Friday, and then on top of that worked
4 games.
Like Knicks games, which was an extra 4 hours.
So it was
like
about 4 hours.
Until about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. That's not even counting the commute home. And I was still trying to do, I think on those hell weeks though, I don't remember if I did YouTube or if I just like took the week off. I don't remember. I think I was pretty consistent though. I think I just kept going.
You were grinding.
Yeah.
Rising and grinding.
Luckily it paid off.
We were younger. We had a lot more energy.
That too. We had less responsibility.
That
it was
too.
just our relationship and then working.
The three of us with Dexter.
And Dexter. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot about that. But I remember having a couple times where I was like in the parking garage at 11 o'clock at night, just like so exhausted and about to go home. And I was like, I need to vlog like one of these hell weeks just to remind myself. See? And I didn't do it. And now I don't remember. I don't remember how bad. I remember it was bad and I barely slept. It was just that grind time. That's why I'm sure it affected me in certain, like here and there. But thinking back, I'm just like, oh, it was a good time. It's kind of like the beginning of like having a newborn and childbirth. I'm like, oh, I remember it was bad, but it's fine. We can do that again. Wasn't horrendous. And then you're probably in it. You're like, why did I did I
time
do this?
erases all wounds. You just start forgetting everything.
Forget everything. Yeah. I always say it's like a biological thing to make people want to have more kids, even though they know it's terrible. Your body's just like, no, it wasn't terrible though, was it? Your body gaslights you. It's like, it wasn't though. You just made it.
It's good. It's fine. It's gonna be. You know how to do it now.
How little their feet were? Do you remember that? Do you remember
you the voice inside your head right now? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, going baby crazy.
I'm just like, I don't want to do it, brain. And it's just like, don't you remember? Look at your toddler now. She doesn't want you. She wants daddy all the time. Do you remember when she wanted you all the time?
Daddy Reed. Daddy Milk. That was the night. We put her in the bed, put her in her crib. And like, for a while, you know, one of us would like read and like give her milk and whatever. And then we'd switch on and off and help sometimes. But now it's like, just daddy.
I would say, you know what the scariest part is? When you have a child, you can't take a break.
There's no taking a break.
There's no taking a break.
Yeah.
There's taking turns.
Absolutely.
But there's no full on taking a break. I mean, unless you plan like a getaway, a time away, which we both had. You're about to have one again. But
yeah, that was so funny tonight. Daddy Milk, Daddy Reed.
Yeah. And I was like, why? I said, should mommy just leave? Like, I literally just asked
At first,
her.
I thought she said yeah.
Yeah, I thought she said yeah, too. I was like, all right, bye.
All right, see you, bye.
But she was like, no. I was like, so you just want me to stand here and do nothing?
And then she asked you to read.
Yeah, she did. Maybe she felt bad.
Kids are funny.
We learned that 2-year-olds don't understand other people's wants and needs.
They don't know about feelings.
They don't know about feelings. They just assume that like whatever they want, everybody else should also want.
Outside?
So they're like a narcissist.
I want to go outside. Everybody else, come on, let's go. Come on, now.
And then when you say no, she's like, what's wrong with you? That's what you're supposed to want to do. It's not enough. I was like, what age do they learn about other people's thoughts and feelings? Not to say that she's going to care, but at least I know she'll be aware of it. Then it'll just be worse. Then I'm like, oh, you're just being mean now. Got it.
Yeah.
Before you just didn't know any better. Now you know. You just don't care. Toddlers.
Can't take a break.
Can't take a break. Toddlers don't take a break.
They never take a break.
They never take a break.
Very rarely. Like, go, go, go.
Mel, you want to sit and watch a movie? No. Play.
Side. Oh.
You take your little wins, like when they're quietly eating. Or that meme of them destroying the house, but you just,
Yeah,
let,
like,
you just
whatever,
let
it's
them
fine.
because they're being quiet.
You're coloring on that? That's fine. I don't care. Yeah, I get it. Like, wanting to keep up with others and
You know what else is scary?
FOMO and all that.
There's a couple, like, I've taken, well, first of all, I haven't taken like longer than a month break ever in my YouTube career in the 10 years, which I guess is normal. Cause like if you had a regular job, you wouldn't be taking more than a month break anyway.
Some people do.
Well, except for maybe your maternity leave. I only technically took like a month off. Then I made like a video here and there. I mean, because it was easy and it was like kind of a nice thing for me to get away for a little bit.
Yeah.
During that time, like after a month of being 100% baby on.
What about taking a break when you're like outside working and it's hot? You always, when you were a kid, did your dad or mom, when you were like, I don't know, raking leaves or doing yard work? Or...
I didn't have to do any of that.
Oh.
That was my brother's.
You never do nothing outside. What other like, but like, I'm trying to say like physical, were you always okay with taking a physical break? How's that instead?
Oh, 1,000%. Are you talking about like when I work out
Sure.
now? Yeah, I try to fake breaks when I need them. Or like just pretend like I don't know that my timer's up and like be like, oh, I need another sip of water. Always. I've never been a physical liking person. Like gym class, no.
Oh,
like
man.
I'm bad at pushing myself as far as physical
Physically?
activity goes. If I have to push
I
myself
can.
with physical activity, I'm just like, no, it's not worth it.
Definitely losing that ability to push myself.
You're losing that ability? I thought that's like what men love. No?
No, I push myself, but I just meant, I don't know.
Sorry, not men, because I do know some women that like rice.
I just meant my overall effort that I'm trying to, not like.
I meant like I get not bodybuilders, but like strength training.
Yes.
Like you want to like push. You're like,
Yeah.
I want to do this heavier weight, more sets. Like I don't care. I'm just like,
Yeah. That's what I was saying before.
like
Is that
help me lose weight. That is.
I don't
it.
need to go. Yeah. I'm saying I don't need to go crazy. I don't care about
Or
it.
like people do those crazy challenges.
Going insane. Yeah. But the thing is like, once you do get into good shape and you get stronger, then you want to like.
Yeah, it is cool when
Push
you get to
yourself.
the like when I did
Not
the
take a
Murph
break.
with you and Matt the one time.
It's fun to push yourself.
It sucked, but then at the end
You
I was
feel
like,
great
oh, that's
after.
cool. I
Yeah.
did that.
Like when you did a 5K, right? The
oh god,
race.
yeah, I was dying during that as well. I
Well, it's
hated
fun.
all
You
of
get like
it.
that-
I hated all
I
of
hate
it.
it all, but it's fun. I hated all of it.
I hated all of it except for the end because then you got.
Or
bagels.
remember when we kayaked and the first time and
So I
you,
mean, like, I'm not a lover of
you pushed yourself
pushing.
there.
I had to.
and
What
then you
else was
passed
I gonna
out,
do?
And you passed out.
That's pushing myself for survival, not because I chose
Survival.
to. What was I gonna do? Go to the side of the road and try to get somebody to pick me up?
Oh man, I'll never forget that. You were just
And then I passed. For
Okay.
context, we went on our first kayaking trip together
yeah.
with like was your
Couple-
family there?
Yeah,
or
my
was it
dad,
just
my
your
brother,
friends?
and I think Justin, and maybe someone else, Jesse,
Yeah.
or I can't
And
remember.
it was my first time kayaking and it was so exhausting and I wanted to die. I had my own kayak, I remember.
For more context, it wasn't that exhausting.
For more context,
It was
Lauren
definitely
is
like
over exaggerating.
a little bit over exaggerating. It's not. It was longer than.
It was my first time.
Yes.
And all I remember is that dead zone area
Yeah.
where the water was not moving
Well,
and I had to.
That's why being in a kayak. That's why I put you in a kayak, because that's the easiest thing to paddle. There's a reason. Canoes are
well,
harder.
it was not easy.
Well, it was the easiest of all the
But anyway,
options.
we got back to the campsite.
campground. Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to go in the tent and like read. All I remember is being like, I'm going to go read my book and lay down because I'm just so tired from this kayak trip. And then like at some point I passed out while I was reading the book in there. And I woke up and it was the next morning. I had fallen asleep before the sun even set. The
It's
day
probably like-
before. It was
I-
like probably like 6 or 7.
That's what I
don't even
thought.
know.
I thought around
And
7.
I slept all the way to like 8 in the morning, 7 or 8 in the morning.
That was the best
It
break
was.
you ever
I
took.
said it was the best sleep I've ever
Oh,
had in
yeah.
my
Physical-
life.
When you like
I woke up and I
exhaust
felt
yourself,
fantastic.
that's great. See, that should tell you more. You gotta just push yourself. Push it to the limit.
That's the first time I've ever been shocked when I woke up in the morning being like, I fell asleep and stayed asleep. What happened? I was just like, what happened the rest of the night? What did I miss? I forget. You guys did stuff around the fire. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You were cooking. Justin was cooking his like the tinfoil things.
Yeah,
and
the
I was really
tinfoil.
bummed I missed them. But then I think you guys saved me one for the morning. The potatoes or whatever you made.
Mhm.
Good times. So,
That was a
but
good
to
break.
answer your question, no, I have no problem taking a physical break.
Yeah, I've learned to give myself like I'm not trying to. It's good to push yourself, but I don't know.
Mine's all
I don't want to overdo it.
my thing. I've learned a life hack on how to take a break.
Oh yeah.
This is a life hack for anybody who feels bad when they take a break because they feel that's what I like. If I'm taking a break, I feel bad about it, even if I know it's like deserved and I did a lot that day.
Nope, I don't.
I still feel bad about it because I'm like, I could.
I
be
do
doing
now with
something.
Melody. When like I take a break and you're with her, I'm like I could be there.
Well, yeah, that's different.
Well,
I'm talking about like
I know.
I have time to myself. Like during her naps, if during her naps I choose to like lay on the couch, like it's very rare, but recently I was so tired,
Mhm.
like a week or two ago. Remember? Yeah, you were somewhere. You weren't home. I put her to bed and I was so tired that I went on the couch and just laid there and watched Schitt's Creek and played my game.
Yeah.
And I said, and my ring told me I had more
and
restorative
it thought
time.
you took a nap.
Yeah,
right?
it thought I took a nap, but I was literally just laying there.
That's awesome.
And I said and it said I had the most restorative time like in months. And I said, yeah, it's because it's the first
good.
time
You
I said,
gotta
I felt great after.
rest and
but
recovery is very important.
I know. Well, the new motto or whatever to try and teach people is that not being productive is productive because it's helping. Like you have to, and my therapist has told me,
I like that.
she's also told me to try and schedule in like non-productive time
Yeah, that's
or,
smart.
or downtime.
When
like,
you notice you have it, you gotta like
because
block
then it
out.
feels like you were supposed to do it.
That is a good reason as well.
And she said, it doesn't have to be like a long period, but just,
Yeah.
she's like, instead
2
of
hours.
during Melody's nap time one day, which I've gotten a little better at, especially since I got a new gaming thing for my birthday from you. Thanks.
Mhm.
But I've gotten a little better at, if I really am feeling out of it, trying to like the other day when I laid
Yeah, I did
down
that
and
when you
watched
took her
something.
to the gym.
Yeah.
I just laid and
Yeah.
sat on the couch and I watched.
I feel like it's harder
forget.
with a toddler because you're like, okay, I only have, if she's napping, I'm like, okay, I have an hour and a half to
2
myself
hours. Yeah. Yeah. Usually. Yeah.
for the one time today. And if I have energy, I feel like I need to do something because I'm like, I'm not going to get another chance to do this until she goes to bed and then I'm too tired. But now I'm trying to get in the habit of, if there's nothing pressing, either do like make a decision in that moment. Do I feel like not doing anything? Do I feel like doing half and half? Like I don't have to commit to one or the other. I could do like a half hour of resting and then a half hour of doing stuff. I feel like in the last month or a couple weeks, I've
noticed that.
gotten better at trying to,
Be more proactive when it comes to taking a break.
yes. Doesn't it show?
Yeah,
Now
it does.
I'm not as
You're wearing
stressed
these
and-
Hawaiian shirts
I'm
all the
wearing
time.
Hawaiian
Every-
all the time. All
The
the
past
time.
2 weeks.
This
That's
is
all
all
you've been
I-
wearing.
No, I wore silk. No, the other thing was just silk. They looked like
Just
scrubs.
kidding.
You said I looked like I worked at a
Yeah.
hospital.
You had the scrubs on.
Well, my sister bought me these silk PJs,
Silk.
and I really silk.
Silk.
And every time Melody feels, she goes, "Ooh, I like."
I like this.
I like this.
That's a new thing. I like this.
My
song.
sister bought me these, and I was like, at first I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like sleeping in silk. I loved it, so I bought another. I bought another.
I gotta get some
pair.
silk. I don't.
It's nice because it like keeps you, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
It keeps you like, I don't feel hot. I don't feel hot or cold with this. It's perfect.
Well, is that what our pillows are? Silk.
Yes.
It is very nice.
They said the only downside is if you had silk sheets, which we don't. I don't know if I would like that. But somebody wrote a review on the Amazon silk set that I got and said, if you have silk sheets, don't wear silk PJs because you will slide completely off. You just keep sliding.
no!
There's your tip from our last episode of season 1 of Everything is Creepy.
Is what?
don't wear silk. If
Don't
you,
wear-
if you
that's the
also
tip?
have silk sheets.
If you have silk sheets, don't wear silk pajamas.
I didn't know silk sheets were
You'll
like
be
a
slipping
thing.
all night.
I don't think I've ever slept on silk sheets.
No.
We should try it sometime. I'm gonna make a video.
Yeah.
Just like try.
How long can we sleep with silk sheets?
How long before we slide off the bed while sleeping in silk PJs and silk sheets? Some people might be like,
What?
this sounds like a rich person thing.
Yeah.
No, my silk PJs from Amazon were like $20 for both. It was $20 for pants and a shirt.
How much are
Done.
the sheets?
I don't know.
How much are silk sheets? Are they expensive?
They might be because the pillowcases were probably the same price as my PJs for just one pillowcase, like 20 something bucks. So maybe. So probably.
Silk.
Silk sheets are for rich people. I don't know if I would like it. I guess we won't know until I don't want to
gotta
buy
try it.
them and then
Just slipping. I just imagined it when you said that. You just
it's like a
literally
slip
oh.
and slide. Oh my God, we just invented a new slip and slide. A waterless slip and
Ooh.
slide. Oh, we gotta craft this. It's gonna be
Craft
the most expensive slip and slide.
I just imagine like this
It's
big
like a
foam
giant
slide.
slide. No, it's
silk.
a giant silk slide, and then you have to wear special clothes, like
Silk.
special silk
A
clothes,
silk bodysuit. You just
a silk bodysuit. I'm picturing like the Green Man.
yes, exactly. So,
Bodysuit that
yeah.
just covers your face
completely
and everything.
silk.
Just go.
Just slide forever. You wear a silk mask too.
See, we came up with that first. Why we talked longer than I thought in this podcast episode.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's about what it's. I think our goal with podcasting was always like to do like a minimum of 40. And like a max of an hour and a half.
We started doing once we got into it a little bit.
Well, lately we've been doing an hour and a half about for most of them.
Rambling on.
Rambling. Oh, it's sad. It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet because I'm kind of excited to have a little bit extra time for the next like couple weeks so I can work out some personal stuff and this stuff.
Can start thinking of more topics.
Or
Yeah.
you guys can help.
Give
you
us
guys,
some topics.
You
Give
guys
us some
do the work.
ideas. Maybe we'll do
And just
it.
in general, just let us know if you want us to continue the podcast because
Yeah.
if there's an outcry, maybe they'll push us to do it earlier.
What's the longest you think you could do a podcast? How long do you think you could do it for? Record. I'm like
Oh,
one
like
session.
one
sorry.
episode?
Yeah. Before you have to take a break.
I'll go off my live streaming time and say that my sweet spot's about 2.5 hours.
That's it?
That's it? Of just constant talk. At least live streaming, I can be quiet every now and then and like pay attention to the game.
Yeah.
If I'm doing like a just chatting live stream, usually around the 2.5 hour mark, I'm
Some
starting
people
to
just
feel
have
burnt
crazy
out.
long podcasts.
I don't know, like who.
Uh,
But
Look.
I was gonna say Joe Rogan, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought his are like 3 hours
That's long.
max.
That's long.
I just said 2.5. It's only another
Oh.
half hour. How? Why? What's yours?
No, I was gonna say like like 3.
So we should make a podcast episode of how long.
How long can we?
continue to talk?
We'd have to have a lot of topics.
Time. It'll be time is creepy. We'll just have to keep going on it.
It'd be cool to have like a live chat. That'd be cool to like.
Oh yeah, one of our ideas was a live. Oh yeah, live chat would be cool.
You'd live stream it.
No,
Which I
but-
think we could do. Now I'd feel a lot more comfortable live streaming a podcast because I feel like I have more control of.
Control over things that you say.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I've gotten better and
Or wording.
and would definitely be more conscientious.
We'd have to pick a easy topic, not triggering topic.
Yeah, not conspiracy theories and
Not
Stuff like
conspiracy theories. I am interested in the feedback on that one because that hasn't come out. when
yeah,
we're
I've
filming
thought a
this
lot
one.
about that podcast that we
Oh
recorded.
no, are you worried about it?
No, I don't think I'm worried about it because I keep talking about it in my head. I'm like, I don't think there was some stuff that was like very creepy in it and not good, but we didn't really
And not good.
we didn't really harp on it. We just talked about what some people think.
I want to say, actually, before we end, the biggest thank you to everybody who listens to this podcast because I feel like you don't listen to a podcast unless you genuinely, especially this far into like this last episode and this far into the podcast. If you're still listening,
Thank you.
then you are one of the real ones. We appreciate you for coming on this journey
If
with
you
us.
listen to every episode, let us know.
Yeah. I want to know you.
What do you
wanna
think?
know-
I want to know your opinion.
I want to know you.
What's your analysis?
I want to know what
And who
you
are you?
thought. And who are you? No, but seriously, like, it takes a lot for somebody to commit all that time to listening to us ramble and tell scary stories.
Besides
and
our
stuff.
parents,
So, yes, besides our parents, because we
they're
already
going
know.
to tell us. They're
They're
going
gonna
to
tell
a lot
us.
of opinions.
We should have just not told any of them that the podcast was going to wrap up like for a little bit.
You told them the other when we were talking about.
I think I did. Yeah. I wish we didn't though, so that when they
Yeah.
listen to the episode, they're like, "What?" We would have gotten all these like not angry, but like confused text messages.
You're ending your podcast. Why? Why didn't you?
What did you do?
We should
Why?
have.
Missed opportunity for a prank. Not even a prank, but like,
Prank, gotcha.
Pranked, gotcha.
You've been pranked.
But yeah, thank you guys for sticking with us. We really want to bring the podcast back. Hopefully we can do that sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And as soon as we know a new date of like when the next 43rd episode, I guess, comes out, but season 2.
No, it'd be season 2. Yeah.
I know, but I wouldn't start the episode
Oh, yeah,
numbers
duh.
over. I would just
Yeah.
continue so that we could see how many we actually did over time. Whenever the 43rd episode is going to come out, which would technically be the start of like a season 2 for us, I will, of course, be sure to let you guys know. But like I said, make sure you follow us on YouTube or subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all of your podcast platforms if you haven't already, so that you know when another episode comes out.
Yeah. It's just one day you're like, whoa, there it is.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I mean, I'll give a heads up on my socials, but if you miss my socials, then it'll be very exciting.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh no, it's gonna be
The
last time saying it for a little while.
time
I keep saying for a little while.
for a little while.
We're gonna come back.
Just taking a break.
We're taking a break.
It's creepy.
It's creepy because you don't know when the break's gonna end.
There you go. That's the creepiest
Oh, that was
part.
one of the creepy things I said.
That was the creepiest part about it all.
That's why I also don't like taking a break, because there's been times on YouTube where I took a break for like a month and
Yeah.
then I was scared to come back off my break or like didn't want to because I was like, I'm enjoying my break.
It's also funny when you take a break and you're like, oh, my numbers are going up.
Yeah.
I know that happened not too long ago, right?
I think the last time I took a break, it went up.
I was like, just to keep going.
That was the last time because I ended on like a high note, like a couple. That's why if I do take a break on YouTube, I always try to plan. I hopefully have the capacity to plan to have like my last couple videos be really good ones, and then take a break and then come back with really good ones. That's the key. You know, you leave with really good ones. You wait till your stats go low enough, and then you can like come back with a good one, and then it just kind of evens it out. Pro
Smart.
tip. But yeah.
Thank
At-
you.
Thank
you.
you. And as always,
Everything.
wait, but did I do it wrong? Oh, and remember.
And remember.
I did do it wrong.
I'll say it.
Okay.
And
Which are you saying?
I'm just messing with you. Sorry.
Which one are you saying?
And remember.
Everything is creepy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.